Hello, this time we're looking at a game on the Amstrad again. Looks like I'm getting into these Amstrad games. It's a new system that I've tried. Like I said on my first video, never really got into the Amstrad CPC. Didn't own one. Had a Spectrum most of the time. So just trying these games out. And the one that I'm trying today is Buggyboy, an arcade conversion. I've had this on Spectrum. Now on Spectrum, the graphics on it, I think they were a little bit ambitious because they made your buggy really big and blocky. On this game, it's to other extreme really. Your buggy's so small, well, if I'm honest, it looks a bit of a mess. But gameplay still the same. It's more colourful than Spectrum, although on Specky version they did try and put a bit of colour in, but once your buggy was tilting and jumping and whatnot, it did get a bit messy and whatnot. But Amstrad handles colour better than Spectrum on this game anyway. And what we'll do, we'll give it a try. I've turned sound off just to stop any copyright infringements and also to help the microphone as well. So here we go. On leg one, need to change gear. Yeah, this game it plays alright actually. Like I say, graphics are a different design to the Spectrum version that I'm normally used to. But yeah, overall gameplay is not too bad. I like Buggyboy, always enjoyed it in arcades. I actually liked it on the home conversions as well, although it didn't really get a fantastic review back in the day. It was more or less like average really. But I like the game, I think it's a fun little game. Graphics on this, like I said, the colourful, it seems to scroll quite well. Everything's there in game. You've got your fences, you've got those flags that you can go into for bonus points. Got those boulders in the middle of the road. You've got your time gates, that's very important if you want to keep going through your stages. But yeah, it's alright. Controls are quite responsive. Like I say, I think what lets it down for me a little bit is your main sprite and buggy. Like I say, it does look a little bit messy, a little bit small, if I'm honest. It looks more like a radio controlled car than like a beach buggy, what you're supposed to be driving. But apart from that, like I say, it's a decent conversion. Up to now with Amstrad, I've been quite impressed. I know they probably weren't as popular back in the day like as the Commodore 64 and the Specky. But I don't know why, it looks like it's, well, to me, I think an underrated system. It's definitely better than what I thought it was going to be. Yeah, they've got some good games out for it. As always, on any system, whether it's retro or modern, it'll have good and bad games out for it. But at the moment, me first two, I've seen decent attempts at games. Now, also as well, what I've noticed on this version is when you crash, your car just flips upside down. Now on Specky, and I believe in arcades, your buggy exploded. So they've done away with that explosion animation. I'm not sure why. I'm sure Amstrad were capable of doing that. Whether it was some sort of memory issue or whatever, I'm not sure. But yeah, that explosion's missing it game. But overall, a nice little game. But like I say, I've always been a sucker for Buggyboy because I think it's a fun little game. So graphics out of 10 for this conversion. Well, it's nice and colourful, scrolls quite well. But like I say, I think it's let down with your sprite on your buggy. So graphics out of 10, I'm going to give a 6. Sound, well, like I say, I've not put sound on, to be honest. I'm going to leave sound out, but I know Amstrad had the same sound chip as a Spectrum, so I'm presuming it was quite similar to the spec version. So I'll just leave it at that for scoring. The overall gameplay, like I said, I love Buggyboy anyway. This one's a decent attempt at the game. Overall gameplay, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. So that's been Buggyboy on the Amstrad CPC. Just a quick shout out as well for anybody who's looking for other retro reviews, whether it's Amstrad, Commodore 64, Spectrum. If you check out on YouTube, there's a guy called John Gage. He does really good reviews, and it's worth checking his videos out. His style's a bit different to mine. He uses naughty words, so if you're offended, just bear that in mind. But his reviews are really good, and also for younger audiences, just bear that in mind as well. But yeah, his style's a bit different to mine, but really worth checking his channel out. Again, that's John Gage. I'll probably put like a link into this video for John's YouTube, so you know, check his channel out. He's a really good reviewer. I recommend looking at his videos. So yeah, that's been Buggyboy on the Amstrad CPC. A decent attempt at a fun arcade game.